boycott Italy.
Nicely done. Let's hit him violently and get what we can out of him.
No need. I'll tell you everything I know. This dude is lame. Maybe we should make him work. My bad, oopsie! Okay, so what now?
I wrote a letter to Germany. This is what he said. Please prepare him good food, a cute girl, and foot/soccer ball. Also, he will die if he accidentally learns French, so be careful.
They said they were shipping me back because I was too much work for them.
Maria, you can't say that.
Why not?
Because it's a bad word.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry, Mom.
It's okay, darling. But remember, this is a warning. If you say that again, then no Netflix for a week.
Yes, Mom. Oh,
Maria, did you just say the S word?
I'm so sorry, Dad. It just slipped out of my mouth. It was just an accident.
I don't care if it was just an accident. Now get in the house. No laptop for a week.
What? No! You can't be doing this to me. Well, at least I could still watch Italia on TV. It will just be in crapper quality than on the laptop since my TV is still a CRT. Welcome to the present time, everyone! I hope you enjoyed those 2 flashbacks of me from 2012 and 2013. Anyway, hi, I'm Mimi, and today I'll be reviewing on a Hitalia episode that reminds me of those flashbacks. Episode 8. Yep, this is the one that made me curse for the first time without even knowing, and it was all because I was only 11 and 12. And now, without further ado, please sit back and enjoy the show. The episode just starts off short with the telephone ringing and Germany becoming annoyed. Italy calls Germany, panicking about a stranger treating him to a wonderful dinner, thinking that he'll have pasta, but it turns out that he was forcefully fed a burger instead. America and Britain capture Italy and tie him to a pole with a rope. Now that's just abusive there, you two. Italy don't deserve that kind of treatment. Anyway, America calls him lame, which he isn't, and thinks of making him their slave. Italy, however, breaks a dish, causing their plans to be foiled. Britain tells America that he wrote a letter to Germany, and in the letter, Germany sets back to prepare him 3 things. Some good food, a cute girl, and a football or soccer ball depending on where you live. He also warns him that he will die if he accidentally learns French. What? I don't get that at all. They ship him back to Germany in a cardboard box that says the F word, which is In the next scene, Italy calls Germany again, telling him that he hit on a pretty girl when in fact, it was actually France in disguise. He gets captured a second time, but by France instead. The Allies then decide to do the cutest little thing to Italy, which is treating him like a dog, which quickly goes wrong because of England feeding him his terrible cooking. Afterward, they send him back to Germany. Again. Italy decides to annoy the crap out of Germany by calling him again because of him not being able to tie his shoelaces while being in North Africa. Wouldn't it be safe to say that this guy here is a man-child? Also, what's worse is that Britain is there with him. Britain decides to capture Germany by using Italy as a decoy, which America and France are happy about and want him to tell them or else. But before Germany tells them, he says this line meaning this phrase in English. Moving on. He decides to point a gun at Italy, making him freak out because he doesn't want to die. And I don't blame you, Italy, as you're only 20 years old. Germany compares his everyday life with Italy's torture being like bites from a mosquito, meaning he's annoying, right? Because if there's one thing I'm good at, it's annoying people. Proceeding. Italy talks about Germany being a sadist, which nobody wants to be according to Wikipedia. Well, they are both ended up in prison. Germany says that he hates Italy and his face. Hey, not nice, Germany. He's a man-child, so you'll have to deal with it. Next scene. In the Chibitalia segment, the narrator explains that although Italy is small, he is kind of a pig, meaning the meals that he's getting aren't enough. This is some bad treatment that he's getting here because of it. He's obviously hungry, so why can't you go and feed him instead of letting him suffer until he has to go to the ER due to malnutrition? Continuing. While Italy is dumpster diving for food in the compost bin, Holy Rome enters with some food for him. What heroism Holy Rome has! Wow! Trying to save him from being malnourished. Anyway, Italy spots the food from afar and thanks whoever left it for him, which is Holy Rome, of course. He throws an entire biscuit in his mouth. I think those are biscuits, right? And ends up hating it. Probably because England from the Italiaverse made those and gave him the Holy Rome who lives in the Chibitaliaverse. Austria gets onto Chibitalia for quote-unquote stealing food and throws him in an empty room with absolutely nothing, and even without the most important things that we all need every day in our life, like food and air. Austria must have not seen Holy Rome put the food out for him, which is why he thought that Chibitalia stole it. Now that's literally child abuse. Starving a child while located in an empty room? Instead of doing that, why don't you go and feed him? He's hungry. Otherwise, he would die from malnutrition because of you. Now, if Chibitalia were my child, I would have given him a less severe punishment, like no making out with Holy Rome. And I would also remember to feed him properly. Now, time for a little education. For your antipasto, I would give you an Italian charcuterie board with meats and cheeses. For your primo, you can have some pasta, your favorite by the way. For your secondo, I will make you some chicken or fish. For your cotoni, some veggies. And finally, for your dolce, some tiramisu. That's how you treat a child. But seriously, Austria should be behind bars, and Chibitalia needs to be rushed to the hospital because of malnourishment. Which reminds me of that one woman who had that same problem in one episode of the show, Naked and Afraid, Last One Standing, which my grandpa absolutely loves watching. Oh boy, I'm imagining a court scene right now, so let's go to my imagination. Order in the court! We are looking at the case of Roderick Edelstein, who was on trial for child abuse.
Maria, you know Austria's not real, right?
No talking in the courtroom until I call you. And also, please call me Your Honor.
Oops, sorry, Your Honor.
Now, where was I? Oh, yes. We are here to look at Mr. Edelstein's case for child abuse. Mr. Edelstein, how do you plead yourself?
Not guilty.
Okay, now all of you, starting with Haley.
Guilty.
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 How about you, Chibitalia?
I can't see. Somebody help me, please.
Here you go.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Chibitalia. What do you have to say about this?
Well, ever since I moved to live with Mr. Austria, he's been really abusive with me, especially when he makes me starve myself all the time. I could have been rushed to the hospital for malnutrition, but luckily I haven't, all thanks to the person who said that she wanted to adopt me.
Thanks for the story, Chibitalia. Now, I'm going to ask you again. How would you consider him?
100% guilty.
Okay then. Austria, you are under arrest for child abuse.
For how long, Your Honor?
10 years. Guards, take him away.
"10 years for child abuse, HMM.
Maybe you should hire a professional judge for this, Pookie. I mean, Your Honor.
Well, there aren't any professional judges in this world, since this is just my imagination.
Is 10 years a long time?
Yes, Chibitalia, it is.
Phew. Thank goodness.
I hope you enjoyed that little moment, but remember, this isn't real. It's just part of my imagination and also from my perspective since I'm autistic, meaning that I see things more differently from you. And now, back to the show. After Austria throws him into the empty room, Holy Rome comes by behind him. Then later on, he arrives with some biscuits. And let me just stop here to tell you all a message. Even though Holy Rome scares Italy at times, he actually became a hero in this episode. Despite giving Italy a plate of crappy gourmet food, he still saved his life. If it wasn't for him, Italy would have been rushed to the ER by the paramedics due to malnutrition. And of course, later throughout the series, their relationship with each other grew. It's basically Jarita but in the Chibitalia verse. Like this video if you think so too. I would love to adopt both of these children so I can... Hold up! This isn't the right time to talk about adopting Holy Roman Chibitalia. Time to move on. 1 second, Holy Rome is a hero. And then the next second, he scares the crap out of him. And now we're almost done, so hold on tight. We hear the phone ringing again, except that it isn't Germany's phone, it's Japan's phone. Japan picks up the phone, only to hear Italy screaming for help. And that's it for the end of the episode. And that's it for episode 8 of Hetalia. And as you can see, I have a special guest with me. Would you like to introduce yourself to the viewers?
Yes. Ciao a tutti, I'm Chibitalia. I was one of the guests during the court scene and it was fun.
I bet it was. Now, would you like me to teach you how we sign off to end the video?
See.
Okay. You do this pose while saying your name, like this. This is Mimi.
Chibitalia.
You have to say your name after I say my name and before signing off.
Sorry, Mimi.
That's okay, Chibitalia. Let's try again. This is Mimi.
And Chibitalia.
Signing off. Great job, Chibitalia. Now, how about if I can make your favorite, pasta?
Yay, pasta.
Great, then let's go. See you in the next episode, viewers.
Ciao.